Now let's change gears. We're doing something a week from today. We're asking all of our listeners to vote for their 5 favorite Christmas songs of all time that we play on WJTL. And then next Thursday, we're going to play back the top 100 in order. So the number 1 song you pick gets 5 points. Number 2 gets 4. So it's weighted in that way. And then we'll play the top 100 as voted by our listeners.
Amazing.
Okay.
Wow.
Now, I know you two have some Christmas songs that are fairly new. We'll play those when you guys have to take off when you're done. But I want to hear from you each about some of your favorite Christmas songs.
Yeah.
So, Jordan, you look like you have the one ready.
I mean, Oh Holy Night is so epic.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know,
Yeah.
every time, fall on your knees. It's just that call to like reverence and anticipation of what is happening.
Yeah.
And ever since I was a kid, it's like this song stands apart from every other song.
Interesting.
Yeah.
So it doesn't have to be one we play. It can be like a popular one. Do you have a favorite version of Oh Holy Night that
my goodness.
that you grew up listening to or that you love?
I don't listen to a ton of like Christmas music, but one thing I know, we always
Scrooge in the house.
I know we always have Christmas music playing during the holidays,
Right.
The season. When I was a kid, I don't know why this is, but my parents bought like the Neil Diamond Christmas album,
Yes.
and
Yes.
so the very first song, there's this children's choir in it, and like for some reason that is the album. And I told that to somebody, and they're like, "That's an odd choice." Yeah. And I'm like, "I didn't choose it."
But maybe that's
choose it.
why you're forever in blue jeans
There you
today.
go.
Sorry, that was bad. The Neil Diamond Christmas album. There you go. Jordan St. Sears' seal of approval.
That's right.
This morning. Hannah, how about you? Do you have a favorite Christmas song?
I am obsessed with Christmas music.
Okay.
I
kind
love
of the
it.
opposite.
Yes.
Maybe you're the reason Jordan doesn't want to listen.
Maybe. I mean,
That is not true. That is not true.
I mean, before I even started making my first full-length album, I started planning my first Christmas album.
Nice.
Like, I
Good
love
for you.
Christmas.
Yeah.
I grew up loving Christmas, and my favorite thing about Christmas is jazz. The fact that
Oh,
jazz
yeah.
is really cool at Christmas.
Right.
I love Lauren Daigle's album because
Yes.
it's so just restful and warm and jazzy.
Yeah.
So that's kind of what I grew up listening to.
Okay.
But also the Casting Crowns Peace on Earth album.
Oh, yeah.
Kind of a throwback, but one of my absolute favorites of all time. I think my favorite Christmas song this year is O Come, Emmanuel. It's kind of hauntingly beautiful, but I don't know. I've always loved how, even though Christmas is such a joyful time, that song kind of carries that anticipation even in a difficult season.
Yeah.
Because Israel was waiting for their Messiah for hundreds of years.
Right.
And
Right.
honestly, I imagine that the season that we're in, like, we don't even know half of what they felt. But I think that, as a world, we're going through the season where we need the Lord to come and intervene and bring us joy and restore our hope. And so that's kind of my heart for Christmas this year. Just, O come, Emmanuel, like, remind us that you are God with us. I just love that song. I think it's beautiful in its own way, especially Matt Maher's version of it. I don't know if
So,
you've
see,
heard
you
it, but-
already have like your top 5 figured out. So you could go vote right now.
Oh, yeah. I mean, come on.
Yeah.
But his version is so good. It opens up into this chorus that just says rejoice. Again, I say rejoice. And I love it. So,
Yeah.
anyway.
I love that. You kind of, you have the benefit of time. You got to think about it more, but you can't take any of the songs they
That's
talked
true.
about. So how about you, Colton? What's your favorite?
Mine is a very different direction.
Okay.
Yay.
My favorite is actually an album. It's Reliant K's
Oh, yes.
Let It Snow, Baby.
Oh, yeah.
Let It Rain,
Yeah,
Dear.
celebrate the day.
Man,
Yeah.
that whole record is
Yeah.
flawless.
Love it. The Hallelujah chorus. There's nothing else like it.
So good. Sleigh Ride specifically on that album is
Yeah.
just so good.
So Reliant K.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm with you all the way. That's one of my favorites because it's so unique.
They kind of had that bag, right? Everything they put out was always unique and totally them. And when I saw they were doing a Christmas record, I'm like, how's this gonna work? But it did very well.
It did. It really
in my
works.
top 3 at least. For
I'm
sure.
with you.
Yeah.
I'm with you on that, totally. Well, guys, thank you for being here today. We loved having you visit. Thank you so much for coming and parking the bus and hanging out with us this
Of
morning.
course.